Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Boilermakers will put it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Washington Huskies offense will be first on the attack. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. This offense is vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away, they did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. So Purdue's offense will take the field for the first time. They go to the ground. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Makes it past the marker.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
He wants to change this route. Trying to beat him to the left. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on the toss play, Reese.
And if we start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if you can get a tight end or a slot receiver down the middle of the field.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Snagged out of the air. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability. Hands, the big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Defense looks like they're coming. Here's the handoff. Jukes his way for more. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And the Huskies will line it up on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside.
So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Leaves it with the running back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Well, jet sweep pass. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
On 4th down, going to the air. Holds it in, the first down and more. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The Boilermakers are moving quickly down the field. Just keeps slinging it. He fires one deep down the right side.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running more, throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically. I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Fires to the right. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They're working that left side. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant, physical trenches.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got him.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the 1st down marker. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Use the play fake, now to throw. Flips it out in the flat. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Joyner. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator, because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air on 1st down. Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it. Hey, this running back's got some sweet feet, not only to run, but to get a foot down in bounds.
Got that toe down. The foot was just small enough, Reese, to get that puppy down. But running backs, man, you can do so much with these guys and their speed and their athletic ability and trying to get the ball in as many ways as you can.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Washington sends out the punt team. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Here's a heat. The Boilermakers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires it down the seam. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he was trying to chart a course on that pick for a pick six, but he'll be stopped at the 31.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The offense will quickly use the timeout. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third down, he drops to throw. Got it in stride at the 15. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it down first and goal.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Got his man on the right. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update.
Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
And some deep. Backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The give to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's second and 12. Wants to go up top. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
And
They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And I think think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Joyner. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
After an unproductive first half and opening drive in the second half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got a first down. Makes the catch. It's Joyner. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gets the back moving. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get to 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Boilermakers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Backed up in the shadow of their own goal post, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Here comes the heat.
offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
That's caught. It's Harris.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
Punt is on its way. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Joyner. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got it! So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes
sneaks it in.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. Commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
From the gun, running back on the move. Spins away from the defender. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. Gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Sets up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Joyner. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Boilermakers are marching down the field. Gonna run it. It's Joyner. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Watson. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one. And all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around. And now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
He'll sneak it. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Timeout, Washington.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got it. First down and more. Touchdown, Purdue! They move on top here in the 4th.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
Now for the extra point try late in the game. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Virginia found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A perfect example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Charlottesville. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And that's a play the quarterback just has to throw it away. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute situation trailing the way they are. The clock's still running, so at minimum you throw that football away.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here for David.